Ayuna, you're the head of Europe for primary markets at London Stock Exchange, and therefore you have a very unique perspective on the entire ecosystem. Please tell me, from your perspective, what have been the key dynamics that you've observed in primary markets that shape the fundraising opportunities for entrepreneurs in 2023?
Without any doubt, 2023 presented many challenges, both to private and public companies. Companies tended to raise capital, but most of this capital was follow-on issuance. In terms of global IPO activity, it was subdued. Private companies tended to extend the runway of their capital as much as they could. In terms of the London Stock Exchange market, it remained resilient. Over 17 billion sterling was raised last year, but the majority of that capital was actually through follow-on issuance. I think overall, the interest rate environment, the higher inflation dampened the investor outlook. Investors tended to focus on quality over quantity, but I think going into 2024 that started to change, and I think the forecast for the next year is much more optimistic.
So, building on your last point, as we are moving into 2024, what do you believe are going to be those emerging trends that we are going to see in 2024? What's your perspective?
As I mentioned, the outlook for 2024 is much more positive. I would say cautiously optimistic. There is a lot of pent-up demand, both on company and investor side. There is a healthy pipeline of companies looking to raise capital, again, both on private and public side. I think shareholders and founders of the business will be looking to exit via suitable platforms and routes. At the London Stock Exchange, for example, we have AIM, which is a junior platform for growth companies. And it's one way that founders, entrepreneurs will be using. We're also working on a private platform for secondary fundraisings and secondary liquidity, also for private companies. So there are a lot of opportunities. Interest rates in Europe and in the UK are expected to flatline. Some analysts say that interest rates will go down. So this will create a better environment for fundraisings.
Mm-hmm. You've been a passionate supporter of female entrepreneurs. What do you believe are some of the ways we can support female entrepreneurs innovating in Europe?
The percentage of VC capital that goes to female-led businesses is still in low digits, single digits. So it is massively important to continue to be laser focused on supporting female entrepreneurs in Europe and in the UK. Some of the ways to do that is to ensure that there is more capital flowing into those businesses. One of the ways that we do it at the London Stock Exchange is we partner with organizations such as, for example, the Tech Nordic Advocates, which runs an accelerator program for female-led businesses in the Nordics and the Baltics. And we host regular pitch events for those female entrepreneurs. And this ensures by definition that investment goes into female-led businesses. This is a passion of mine, as you said. I've been doing this for a number of years, and I'm doing it as part of the Women Inspired Network in the UK that I lead as part of the London Stock Exchange Group. I think one thing that we can all do is just to remain focused on that side. There are so many initiatives, as you know, there are so many events and people talk and there are panels, but unless there is actual money going to those businesses that will enable female founders to achieve the objectives of their business, nothing will change. So I think this is one aspect that that is so important today.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you so much.